Mike, the NFL, it looks like it's getting close to ending this labor dispute.
Yes.
And I'm just so tired of it. In fact, I will talk briefly about this. I went to an event for Jordan Steffi had for the children, his foundation.
Yes.
And Michael Vick's a no-show. So the guys that are there, Jim Hirsch tells me to talk to him about the labor issue. And I'm like, oh, man, what's to say? But because we're so close to a finish line and these players basically see it, they're going, hey, we're going to get to training camp on time. We're not going to miss any games. If this thing goes the way it should, there's some crazy things that could happen with free agency and trades, and I'll let you talk about that. But my biggest thing coming out of this is, you know what? There's going to be no injuries. These guys should be fresh, mentally and physically. Sometimes these OTAs, they blow out their knees and stuff like that, and you get like, oh, man, you wanted that guy there, now he's out. They should be pretty healthy when it comes time for 2 days.
I think everybody who follows this sport sort of suspects that these OTAs are just the teams being anal and organized about it. Well, we'll get a chance to find out if that's kind of true this year. That might be a positive thing about this whole deal. Like you, Starkey, on Saturday I went and covered some NFL players in the area, and the guys that I talked to all said that they hear early next week, meaning it should be in the next couple days, it's going to be settled. Now, I think what they meant was settled in principle. It's going to take a while for the lawyers to dot the I's and cross the T's, but it looks like there's a good chance that it's going to be over and they're going to be able to play almost all the exhibition games and get a pretty representative training camp going on here. So that's good. I mean, I think if you care about this sport, you got to say that's a good thing.
Okay, let me get to this. You and I were talking upstairs. That's great. But what I missed from the end of the season, the Pro Bowl, until now is the whole free agent draft.
Yep.
Talk to me how you think this is all going to play out.
Well, I mean, we don't know what the schedule is going to be, but it could be the kind of a deal where people are signing free agents, and certainly they're going to be signing undrafted rookie free agents. And wanting to get them in training camp right away. I mean, an undrafted free agent who's been idle since he was done with college, I mean, you got to get him in training camp, or why have him there at all? So I think you could see when this thing actually ends, when they sign the papers, you could see like a 48-hour period of incredible player movement. Trades, the Kevin Cobb thing could be front and center. I think the Eagles could be very big players in trying to find defensive players. Who knows exactly what the schedule is going to be, but I think there could be a really compressed period where it's going to be like a feeding frenzy in terms of player movement.
I think you could turn on ESPN News at 12:01 or 12:02, and there's going to be guys flying.
Yeah.
Wait, you weren't talking to the agents during the offseason? Oh, man,
Yeah,
there's going to be some serious frequent flyer calls and miles going on.